Hey, welcome to my course on probability theory, which is part of my broader Machine Learning Foundations curriculum. In this video, I'll orient you to that broader curriculum as well as to how this content on probability theory fits within it. The good news is that whether you're interested in probability as a standalone subject or you're working through this content as a subject integrated within my broader curriculum, you are in exactly the right place. In full, this subject is called Probability and Information Theory. In it, we'll cover the essential content you need in order to quantify uncertainty and build AI systems that reason well despite the presence of uncertainty. And this is important because in the real world, there is almost always some uncertainty when we're building machine learning models. As with the other subjects in my Machine Learning Foundation series, you can find the slides on my website at jonkrohn.com/talks. And the notebooks of code are in my Machine Learning Foundations GitHub repo. And as always, we're joined by my puppy Obo, who's the mascot for this curriculum and who has been patiently hanging out with me while I create all of it for you. Here's the machine learning house I conjured up. It provides an analogy for the importance of the foundational subject areas that underlie the field of machine learning. In other parts of my ML Foundation series, we already covered linear algebra and calculus. With this video, we're beginning to tackle the probability and statistics content. If you already undertook my linear algebra and calculus content, great. If you haven't though, and you already know linear algebra and calculus, or you simply are more interested in probability theory, no problem, because this foundational content largely stands alone, and so you can start right here. Going into a bit more detail, the subject that we're embarking upon now, probability and information theory, it builds only lightly upon other subjects in my Machine Learning Foundation series. All right, so for these three subjects, Intro to Linear Algebra, Calculus 1, and Calculus 2, that you may have already taken earlier in my Machine Learning Foundation series, there is a little bit of theory related to how we work with equations, as well as some hands-on assumptions as to how we use the software libraries in this probability and information theory course that depend on, little bits from these earlier subjects. But for the most part, this subject stands alone. You shouldn't have too much trouble if you're jumping right into this probability and information theory section. If anything, it might just mean that some little bits related to linear algebra or calculus are a little bit difficult to understand, or that you'll just be skimming over it while you go through here, but really minor. As I said already a couple times, this subject that you're embarking upon now largely stands alone. So great starting point. This probability and information theory subject itself is heavily foundational for this intro to statistics subject. So the reason why all of these are subjects 1, 3, and 4, which have some content that is built upon in this subject 5, these are in a thin font. They're not in bold because, as I already said, they're really minor. However, this one, Intro to Statistics, it is heavily dependent on this probability content, and so that's why it is in bold. Beyond that, the final subjects in my Machine Learning Foundation series are on computer science, so algorithms and data structures and optimization. And that content, again, the algorithms and data structures, because it's not in bold, only very marginally builds upon what we're covering here. But the optimization class will have a fair bit that builds upon the probability and statistics content. Nice. So in this probability and information theory subject, I've broken it up into 3 segments. So the first segment will be an intro to probability. The second subject will be about probability distributions applied to machine learning specifically. And the third segment will be on, finally, information theory. And just so that you're aware, this first segment, the intro to probability segment that we're starting on right now, it is massive relative to these other 2 segments. So in this whole probability and information theory subject, we'll spend the vast majority of our time in this intro to probability segment before moving on to these other ones. So what specifically are the topics that we'll be covering in this intro to probability? Well, there are a lot of them. So we'll start off by talking about what probability theory is, including a bit of a history on probability theory. And we'll also have some historical explanation of what the difference is between the frequentist approach to probability and statistics versus the Bayesian approach. We will talk about applications of probability to machine learning. Why is probability so important in machine learning? So we will make that connection near the beginning of the segment so that you're aware of why we're learning what we're learning in this subject. After that, we'll start getting deep into the theory. So we'll talk about random variables, which are perhaps the most single critical concept of probability theory. And then we'll extend that into a discussion of discrete versus continuous random variables. We'll talk about the probability mass functions and the probability density functions that correspond to discrete and continuous variables. And then we'll talk about expected value calculations that allow us to figure out what the expected value is of a particular random variable. After that, we'll get talking about how we can quantify aspects of probability distributions. So we'll talk about measures of central tendency, so the center of the distribution, and the key ones there are the mean, the median, and the mode. We'll talk about quantiles, which allow us to get a sense of the distribution of a distribution beyond just the center, but at other points in that distribution as well. So quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. We'll talk about the box and whisker plot, which is a great way for plotting a distribution in order to get a sense of several of these summary metrics of a distribution in one shot. And then we'll formally talk about the dispersion of distributions. So metrics for quantifying how much the data are dispersed in a distribution. The key metrics here are variance, standard deviation, and standard error. Having covered metrics for measuring individual distributions, we'll move on to metrics that allow us to compare different distributions. So we'll have measures of relatedness like covariance and correlation. And then we'll talk about some relatively advanced probability subjects like marginal and conditional probabilities, independence and conditional independence, and finally Bayes' rule. Very, very exciting. I hope you're ready for diving into all of this fun and practical probability theory with me. The next video provides some of the key historical context around the development of probability theory.